All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to this breathwork session. So, before we get started, I know that there are some of you that are new to this practice, experiencing it for the first time. This is an open class. We want to make sure that we have somewhere to lie down, okay? Somewhere comfortable. That can be a yoga mat on the floor. Just make sure that, if the floor's cold, maybe you want to put a blanket down there as well. You'll need some cushioning for your head. Try not to pad up too much behind the head, just a normal thin cushion is fine. And then something to cover you. Okay, maybe that's a blanket, or if you're on your bed, that's also fine. You can be under the duvet there. We do want to make sure that we stay alert and awake. Okay, so this is not to enter into a drowsy, sleepy state. So you just create the right conditions for you. And then some of you might like to work with headphones as well, just to really have that very intimate experience. If you live in the city, or if you're in a house full of people, you might like to just pop in your headphones so that you don't hear any other external noises. This class is accompanied by music, so you'll be hearing music alongside my voice, but it's great if you can just completely block out any other external noises. That can be really helpful. And then the final piece or pieces that you might like to have to hand are something to cover your eyes with. It could just be a shawl, or if you have one of those weighted lavender eye packs, that's also great. Have water to hand, and then a journal or a notebook and a pen. Okay. So if you don't have those, I'll give you a minute to go and grab them. And while we are just waiting for people to get settled, I'll just explain a little bit more about this work. So this is a practice that I offer within my mentorship program, the Embodied Wisdom Mentorship Program. This is really, it's my most sort of exclusive offer of working one-to-one with people. And then we also offer these group sessions. One of the group sessions is a lecture, and the other group session is a breathwork practice. And for me, the breathwork has always been super important. A tool that I want to offer my clients in order to access what I would call a transpersonal experience. So some people come to me, the majority of my clients come to me to this mentorship program after having had an experience with ceremonial plants in a retreat that I'm facilitating or co-facilitating, and they want to continue opening up this space and be accompanied with some spiritual teachings, with some transpersonal psychotherapy, to continue receiving information, knowledge, and guidance from these other dimensions, if you like. And the breath can very easily take us back into that transpersonal experience. The breath is a real ally for us in our inner work. When we consciously breathe dynamically and therapeutically for an extended period of time, we can access the transpersonal state, an expanded state of consciousness, where we go beyond the personal, where we're not so much stuck in our personal stories or problems, or this sort of perhaps more narrow view of our life. And we literally have a more expanded state of consciousness, where we are opening up that perspective to see life, to see our problems or wounds or things that we're working on from a more expanded state. This particular practice, it really helps us to move stuck energy, to move stagnant emotions, to remove density. It helps to cleanse and purify our energetic body so that we can make space to receive new information and new insights about our psychology, our emotional life, our, blockages, etc., etc. So it can be quite what I would call an experience, a revelatory experience. And the other wonderful benefit of this practice is that it really helps us to move into a deep state of relaxation. And relaxation is medicinal for the whole organism. When we can get quiet and, in a real state of stillness, where the mind is not so busy, it's not kind of running through its mental loops or projections or, to-do list, then we create a space to really feel and see what's going on underneath the surface. Many of us don't know where to begin with resolving our issues from our past or our relationship issues. It feels too much, too overwhelming, but it's because we're already so full. There's no space to receive kind of a new perspective on life or a new way of looking at things. Our lives are so full, our minds are so full, we're so distracted. It's overwhelming to think about taking on a challenge to try and resolve inner conflicts or conflicts within relationships. It takes a lot of energy, psychological and emotional energy. And so in order to get the psychological energy, the emotional energy and the vitality to be able to do that work, we need to create space. And so that's the intention of this breath work. Okay. All right, I think we're all ready now. So I want to talk a little bit more about the dimension of the breath before we move into our practice. Obviously, there are many, many spiritual traditions that use breath work to cleanse and purify the respiratory system, but also to connect with spirit. And in fact, the names that we give to the breath globally across these different cultures it's also the same word that is used for spirit. So, for example, prana in yoga and Sanskrit, it has many meanings, one of which is spirit, breath, light, energy. We can see that this prana, it's like an umbrella term for this dimension, this more subtle dimension of the breath. In Greek, they use the word pneuma for breath, but also for spirit. And so we can see that these energies are intimately connected. The air we breathe is literally breathing in spirit. And the idea in this practice is to saturate ourselves, become saturated with pranic molecules, with spirit molecules, hundreds and thousands of atoms of light coming into our being, because oxygen is full of light. The idea is that we consciously breathe in spirit, breathe in God in this practice. And it's in that process of circular, cyclical breathing, of conscious inhalation and exhalation, breathing in that light in order to amplify the presence of light within us, in order to remove the darkness, to remove the dullness, to remove the density. And so that's the invitation of this work. And for me, it's been transformative. It's been transformative for many, many clients. And it's one of the essential tools that I use in this mentorship program, this spiritual accompaniment, because it can really project us into spaces where the teachings are waiting for us, where our higher knowledge, our transpersonal self is waiting for us to bestow upon us deeper insights, wisdom, knowledge about our life, but also just life in general. So before we begin, Let's take a moment to just sit. We're going to do probably about half an hour to 35 minutes of breath work lying down. But before we do that, I'd like for us to just open up the respiratory system a bit in a seated posture. So if you're seated on the floor, perhaps you want to see that you have a cushion underneath you. If you are more comfortable on a chair, just see that you're not leaning back against the backrest. See that you just scoot yourself forwards a little bit so your 2 feet are on the floor. We're going to take our right hand onto our chest, our left hand onto our belly, and closing the eyes. Relax your belly, allow your belly to be round. Closing the eyes. When you inhale, lifting up through the spine, and when you exhale, releasing any tension in the body. With your right hand placed on your chest and your left hand placed on your lower abdomen, begin to invite the breath into these two spaces. So we want to feel that the breath is moving deep down. And as it moves through the body, obviously it opens and expands the rib cage. But also the belly, the pelvis is also another cavern or cavity that can receive the breath. So visualizing your breath moving down into those lower regions. And in fact, in order to help us engage the necessary muscles and consciousness to do that, we're actually going to take our hands onto our lower rib cage, so the floating rib area, and you're going to breathe there. So you can see that my hands are expanding as I direct the breath down towards the belly. Still breathing through our noses. A few more times here. And then you're going to release the hands onto your thighs and continue that action, moving the breath down. Twice more here. Last time. And then exhale the breath all the way out. And now draw in a deep inhalation through your mouth. Hold the breath at the top, hold it in. And then exhale, relax the whole body. Let your body collapse. Inhale once again from the emptiness, as if you're inhaling through a straw. Holding the breath in. Exhale, collapse the body. Once again, inhale through a straw. Rising up, hold the breath in. Exhale, release, collapse. And last time, we're going to hold the breath for longer. Holding the breath here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Normal breathing. Observe all the energy. We're going to do that once again. So we're holding in for 10 and then we're exhaling for 10. Okay? So take a preparatory breath. Exhale completely. Inhale through a straw. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Normal breathing. And observe, maybe you can observe sensations already as we begin to kind of push and pull the breath in these different ways. Perhaps you can already feel movement within you. So very quickly, we can see how the breath can have an immediate effect upon our entire organism. Breathing into your lower ribs, breathing into the floating ribs. Good. Okay. So that's just a very short practice that we've done just to begin to wake up a little bit the intelligence of the breath. I'm going to invite you to lie down now, prepare for your practice. For those of you that are new to this, just to explain, we're going to be breathing with music, accompanied by music, and I will be guiding you with the inhalation and the exhalation, the in beats and the out beats. You're going to be breathing through your mouth, okay? And the idea is not this sucking in through a straw that we've just done, but rather a relaxed mouth. So it's not wide open and it's not pursed lips. Relaxing your mouth. Okay, guiding the breath deep down into the belly. And it'll be circular breathing, uniting the inhalation and the exhalation. Okay, all right, let's get prepared. I've got a lot of sunshine here coming in through the window, so there's a bit of a glare on the screen. Taking a cushion for your head, getting comfortable. And when you lie down, the arms are relaxed by your side. The legs are rolling out. So see that the blanket isn't like tucked around your legs. Release the blanket so that your legs can roll out freely. Beginning to close the eyes, shut down the senses. If there are any problems with the sound, just let me know. I'm going to start playing the music now. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. As you close the eyes, relax the eyes in a socket. See that they sink back into the back of your head. Feeling the weight of your body relaxing down into the floor beneath you. beginning to observe the movements of your breath. Relax your jaw. Relax the forehead. Let go of any gripping around your eyes. And see how the body invites the breath in. Bringing the breath deep down into your belly. Making yourself available for this practice. Preparing the internal conditions to enter into this work. Harnessing your willpower, your curiosity, opening the mouth and beginning to draw in your first inhalations and exhalations through a softly open mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Release. Into the belly. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Deep inhalation, circling the in-breath with the out-breath. Your whole body is relaxed. The breath is the only movement, the only effort. As we begin to carry ourselves towards a more expanded state of consciousness. In, out, in, out. Inhaling hundreds and thousands of pranic molecules to illuminate your soul and amplify the presence of light within you. Breathe. Working with your breath, making yourself available. Keep going. We're coming up to a small retention. So I'll be introducing breath holds throughout the practice. So continue breathing, charging up your cells with every breath. Out. Now take a deep breath in. And then exhale the breath out, all the way out, and stay there in the emptiness. Relax your body. Let go completely. Just a few more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Release. Into the belly. Release. Into the belly. Release. In. Out. In. Out. Keep going, circling the in-breath with your out-breath. Coming up to another. Drawing a deep inhalation all the way up to the top. Hold momentarily. And then exhale the breath out. Empty, empty, empty. Stay there. Learn how to become still and quiet here, relaxed and surrendered. Four, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Release. Inhale. Release. Returning to the rhythmic breathing. And with your breath, beginning to landscape and mold the inner regions of your body. Beginning to charge your cells with pranic molecules. Keep going, willing yourself along. Keep going. Out. In. Out. Breathing down into the pit of the belly. Out. Good. Now drawing a deep inhalation all the way up to the top. Hold the breath in. Gonna suck in a little bit more air here. Hold. And now exhale, exhale, exhale. A slightly longer retention. Stay there. Completely surrendered. Keep letting go, sinking deeper and deeper down. Good. Now drawing a deep inhalation all the way up to the top. Holding the breath in at the top. Exhale, release. And take a couple of normal breaths here. Take a bit of a moment to have a reset. Observing the sensations. Observe the condition of your body. Relaxing the muscles once again, relaxing the bones. So I'm going to invite you to come into a slightly faster rhythm with your breath. Just taking a few moments here to reset. Let's find the beat. 4, 3, 2, 1. In, out. In, out. Into the belly. Release. In, out. In, out. In, out. Good. Keep going. So we're beginning to activate the inner fire. Keep your body relaxed, shoulders relaxed. And just allow the breath to move through you freely. In, out, in, out, in. Keep going. Coming up to our first retention of this piece. Draw in a deep inhalation all the way up to the top. Hold the breath in. And then exhale, empty out completely. Moving into a retention, breath hold. Just a few more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now draw in a deep inhalation all the way up to the top, holding the breath in. Exhale, release. Observing all the sensations, a couple of breaths to reset. Beginning again in 4, 3, 2, 1. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Keep going, willing yourself along. Carrying yourself deeper and deeper into this dimension of the breath. Cleansing and purifying. And moving aside everything that isn't serving you, any dullness, density, everything that is sapping your vitality. In, out. Now draw in a deep inhalation all the way up to the top. Hold the breath in. Suck in a little bit more air. Exhale into another breath hold. And learn how to be there in this in-between space, in the sacred pause. Four, 3, 2, 1. Draw in a deep inhalation, hold at the top. Exhale, release. A couple of normal breaths, observing the sensations. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, release. In, release. In, out. Keep going, carrying yourself out, in, out. Bringing the breath deep down into the belly. In, out, in, out. Charging your body with pranic molecules. Breathing in spirit. Filling yourself up with spirit. Keep going. The in-breath flowing into the out-breath. In, out, in, out, in, out. Just a few more seconds here, charging up. Then we're going to come into a longer retention. In, out, in, out. Good. Now draw in a deep inhalation all the way up to the top. Hold the breath in at the top. Draw in a little more air. And then you're going to exhale as slowly as you can. Slowly empty, empty, empty into the emptiness. Stay there. Stay in the pause. Good, and then draw in a deep inhalation all the way up to the top. Exhale, release, reset. A few normal breaths here. We've got one more track. So harnessing all your willpower, all your energy. Four, three, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale, in, out, in, out, in, out. That's it. Keep going. In, out. Circular breathing. Your body completely relaxed, receiving the breath intelligence. Out, in, out. As if you are excavating your inner terrains, using your breath as a tool, digging deeper and deeper. Breathe, breathe to free yourself from all the binds. Breathe, breathing in the spirit, breathing in the light to liberate the light within you. In, out. Now drawing a deep inhalation up to the top. Hold the breath in. And then exhale into the pause. Good. Drawing in a deep inhalation up to the top. Hold the breath in. And then exhale, release. A couple of breaths to reset. 4, 3, 2, 1. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Come on, this is just the last couple of minutes now. Really harnessing your will, your effort, your energy to move beyond your current limitations. Breathe. In, out, in, out, in, out. Keep going. Last minute. Cleansing and purifying with your breath. Last couple of breaths. Good, and then drawing a deep inhalation all the way up to the top. Holding the breath in. Suck in a little bit more air. And then a slow, slow, slow exhalation into our final breath retention. Becoming still and completely relaxed. Let go of all holding, all gripping. Letting go into this in-between space. Nothing to do. Nowhere to go. And then slowly drawing in a deep inhalation, holding the breath in momentarily, and then release. Breathing through your nose once again. Observing all the sensations and vibrations. Allow yourself to let go and surrender into this final relaxation, opening yourself to receive the medicine of this practice. Taking a deep inhalation and a deep exhalation. Continuing to observe your inner state. Integrating, assimilating the experience and all the sensations. And observe now the qualities of your inner state, the quality of your breath, the qualities of your energetic state. This is all information for you. And as we slowly begin to inhabit our bodies again, perhaps by stretching out the arms and legs or hugging the knees to your chest, just feel into what your unique body wants to do. Whilst maintaining this connection inwards. Whenever you feel ready, rolling to your side. If you haven't done so already, blinking the eyes open, beginning to take in your world again. And as you push yourself back up to a seated posture, I want to invite you to take 5 minutes now to just note down what you experienced. Perhaps you received some images or insights, or perhaps it was more of a deep relaxation, just journaling and documenting everything that you felt and saw. And I'm going to leave you here to do that alone. We'll close the practice here. Please do take the time to journal and then also drink a large glass of water. And I encourage you to just return to the world slowly after this session. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out. You can email me. I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you. Happy Friday. And I hope to see you soon.